Going on YouTube? Welcome back to the page. How you guys doing? As you can see, I have a special box in front of me, something that I've been waiting for so long. Like, I worked on the shoe October 31st, 2019, and it's finally here in my hands now. And what's today? Today is July 28th, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, July 28th. So damn near 9 months later. It's like, this is like my baby right here. So, wow, little backstory on this before we get any further. If anybody knows me, if anybody follows me on Instagram, they know I'm a huge Sasuke fan. Sasuke is my favorite anime character ever. Like, no other character is touching Sasuke, especially Sasuke from Naruto Shippuden. I was just like, yo, he's the man. I mean, granted the show's called Naruto, and I know Sasuke got his haters, but I'm a big fan. So I know a couple of you guys that's into the sneaker culture, you know that Dragon Ball Z did a collaboration with Adidas, like I would say a couple years ago, and I didn't like none of those shoes, and it had me starting to think like, damn, I really wish like Dragon Ball Z or like Naruto would collaborate with Nike because they have better models. So I'm like, man, it would be cool. So then, like, you know, I started thinking about it, and then I heard that Adidas is collaborating with Naruto on a collaboration, and I saw like the Kakashi shoe, and I was just like, oh hell no, this is terrible. So I'm like, you know what? I think I can make a better shoe than that. I will make a shoe to represent Sasuke and just have the shoe just represent his outfit from Shippuden and the jutsus that he used. So I went to work, I started jotting down notes, and then here we are. So not to say thanks to Adidas, but like their whole situation right there, like the models they were using for those shoes was just bad in my opinion, and that really kind of forced me to get in my creative bag and make these. So with that being said, here we go. Let's get into it. So of course, the shoe comes in black box, black all around, a little air hole right there. Everything's at the bottom. You have the Nike swoosh, just do it. You have the sticker right here, Bangtae date. I don't know if this is February 5th or May 2nd, because you know sometimes outside the US they kind of switch it around. But I'm gonna just go with February 5th, 2020. Design consultant Jason Cross, made for Winston Morgan, me, Nike Lab, WHQ developer Ryan Martinson. Color multi size 11, designed 21 Mercer Street, New York. Made in Taiwan, gender male. Pretty much everything at the bottom. So these shoe trees, they come in the shoe. They are super difficult to get back in the shoe, so I don't think I'm gonna be putting them back in there, but I just wanted to show you guys. Have Nike right here, and both of them have 21 Mercer Street, New York on the side, as you can see right here. Pretty cool. I'm gonna keep them. Not going back to the shoe. I'm gonna keep them. This back, spare laces that came with the shoe. The shoes came in these dust bags. So take out each one. The dust bag right here. This one, dust bag right here. This to the side. And bam. Here we go. Now let's talk about it. Nike Airmax 1 Bespoke Sasuke Uchiha. So for the most part, they're pretty similar, but just a couple differences on each shoe. So I'm gonna just start off with the bottom. So the bottom, I went with this light blue to represent, you know, the Chidori, because if you know Sasuke, the Chidori is one of his go-to moves. He's always using the Chidori. So I was just like, yo, I want the whole outsole blue, except the back, because I like a dual tone outsole. So the back of it, I want to have something that represents like the shoes that he wear, because I know in Shippuden his shoes is always black or dark green. I went with the dark green, especially at the heel, because my heels just wear down in my Air Max 1. So I was like, just put it at the back and keep everything else in this light blue with that Chidori. As far as the midsole, I stuck with a white midsole. Wasn't going to black or any other color. I felt like the white midsole did this shoe justice. Air unit, went with a purple air unit. I went with purple to represent Susanoo. You already know with Sasuke, the purple Susanoo, that's just key. Like, you gotta have the purple in there. So around the mudguard, I went with this textile nylon, and I went with this color of blue because if you know Sasuke from Shippuden, he always has like this overlay over his pants, and it's this same exact color. So I was just like, yo, I need this color blue. So heads up, this is a vegan shoe. I use all vegan materials to make this shoe. It was tempting to use other materials, I ain't gonna lie, but I was just like, going into this shoe for Sasuke, I want to use the vegan stuff. So I stuck to my guns and I used all vegan materials on this. So I went with that same color for around the whole entire shoe right here. As you can see closely, it's stitched in purple. It's that same purple that's like the rope around his outfit. I used that purple for around the whole shoe, and I also used that purple right here. I used to tie the rope. As far as the toe box, I wanted to put corduroy, but I don't like how corduroy creases, so I went with the OG mesh and the same color as his pants right here. So it just fits perfectly and it just looks good. It looks really good. These little two swooshes right here in the front of both shoes. So against this fight with Itachi, he used the, what is it called? Fire Flame Dragon Jutsu. Wait, give me a moment. Let me look it up real quick. He used Fire Style Dragon Flame Jutsu before he used Kirin. He did like 3 or 4 of them. So I did like 2 on this side and 2 on this side. And I wanted it to look like when I'm walking, it's moving with me. So that's the reason why I did the 2 on each side right here. So that's the reason for those 2 swooshes. So on the right foot, you see we have some baseball stitching right up here, right next to like the gray corduroy. And these are supposed to represent like the different colors of the orange and the fireball jutsu. So I made this whole eyelet and the color around the eyelet orange to represent fireball jutsu, because I feel like that jutsu started a rivalry between him and Itachi to fight for their father's love. So that was important jutsu to like incorporate on here. As far as like next to the eyelet around by the ankle, I kept it blue to represent his hair. So for the inner liner, I also went with like a dark gray to represent like the curse form, because you know you gotta show curse form some love. He did use it up until after the fight with Itachi, because after that fight it was done for. But I definitely had to throw that color in the shoe, so I had this navy blue here, then it goes into the curse form here with the dark gray. So at the back, that's where the money is at right here. We have that beautiful air and the Uchiha crest. So while making the shoe, that wasn't the ideal thing to do. Like I was trying to pitch something like this, but it didn't really work out. But the designer came back to me like maybe a couple weeks after and said, hey, we have this idea we're trying to do. We think this will fit the shoe better. So I was just like, go ahead. It looks amazing, and it came out really great. So on the right shoe still, we have all red tongue with the red patch right here that represents the Sharingan. So I was just like, I had to have the right shoe red. Because right eye's always red with the Sharingan. I didn't do Mangeki, I just did regular Sharingan. And behind it, I have a quote, as you can see right here, and the back of the tongue is black because after his Sharingan rescinds, this eye goes back black. And the reason I have this quote for this shoe, because I want to have a powerful quote that Sasuke had said, and then I had the other shoe I have another quote. Sasuke cared, but we didn't know of what magnitude. Like, I know there was always a rivalry because he just hated seeing Naruto get stronger, but the reason behind it was how he saw Team 7 as a family, and he felt like it was a distraction. Like, it's these things you kind of gathered, but you never really heard from Sasuke. And I don't know, when Naruto go into these emotional situations with the right music playing, I don't know, it just touches you, you know? Yeah, so this is pretty much it for the right shoe. So before I go on to the left shoe, I want to touch on the eyelet right here and the coloring. So I mentioned Kirin before. So on both shoes, I did the Gamma Blue with the red eyelet with the Gamma Blue around it to represent Kirin, as you can see. So when he fought Itachi, Kirin was a jutsu that we had saw then. I think we saw it again when he fought Naruto at the Valley of the End. And I was just like, I gotta incorporate that because it's just dope. Like, that jutsu was amazing. So I'm like, these 2 eyelets are gonna represent that. So, about to just jump into the left shoe right now. Bear with me, it's still some more details I gotta touch on. Especially the swooshes. I haven't talked about the swooshes yet, but hold up. Let me just set up the left shoe. Okay, so for the left shoe, on On the left eyelid, I did a black on black with the baseball stitches black, black, and red. So we all know with Sasuke on his left eye, he always uses Amaterasu. So I did the first baseball stitch in the red because every time he uses it, his left eye starts to bleed. Let me touch on the whole tongue before I even get started with anything else. I guess I have the worst luck. So when making the shoe, I wanted the Renegon on this tongue right here because of course Sasuke has the Renegon. But I forgot to put the dots there. So I didn't realize it until like weeks later and I couldn't really change it. So I was like, damn, what am I gonna do? Because right now it's just like the Obito vibe, like the Sharingan and the regular Renegon. So I'm like, you know what? Pay for the shoe, what I'm gonna do, when I get it, I'm gonna just use a permanent marker and just put the 6 dots right there myself. They don't gotta be perfect, just 6 dots. So that was the plan, that's what I was gonna do. What happened is while doing that, I guess it was too hot in the crib and then like I guess the Sharpie kind of exploded. But luckily it only hit the patch right here. So I cleaned it up as best as I could and I just put this 6 dots and I just left it alone. It looked way worse and like I said, I feel like I just had the worst luck because for that to happen after waiting for the shoot for 9 months. But I ain't mad, it could have been worse. And I'm happy it's just right there because most of the time my jeans might be covering that so you won't really see it. But just have to touch on that real quick. So I have it here, it's a little patch. And then behind this, I kept it purple as well because you know, his Renegon doesn't disappear. And there's another quote right here. The quote on this shoe is, no matter what happens to you from here on out, I will love you always. So that was a quote from Itachi to him as the final goodbye and pretty much made him feel comfortable with everything Itachi's done, and just knowing that Itachi is always going to be there for him was just something I felt like I had to put on the shoe just to commemorate for like the idea of Sasuke. As far as the swooshes on the side, the swooshes are in 3M. I wanted something shiny, but I didn't use patent leather because I said it was a vegan shoe, so 3M did the job. And I went the 3M on 3M, so I got the purple and the Gamma Blue, and this is supposed to represent the Susanoo when it merged with the Nine-Tailed Beast. Purple and the 3M orange to represent when the Susanoo merged with Kurama. So that's what these colors are, and it looks really good. And I really liked how the 3M looks in motion. So when you're in motion, the right flash comes on. It's kind of like a Chidori coming at you, and that really looks good. But there's a lot more to it. As far as the insole, so the insole is pretty stuck in there, so I was going to take it out individually, but it's really not budging. It's glued in really well, so just bear with me right now. So I went the cork insole to represent planetary devastation because you know that's a jutsu that he uses, and I had to add the forehead tap. So the forehead tap is lasered in there, and that's just something that I felt is super important to Sasuke. That I don't really watch Boruto, but he's doing it. He did it to Sarada. I know he did it to Sakura, but that's just an important thing. The bond between him and Itachi, like that forehead poke. Me personally, I don't know how he didn't see it coming all these years as a kid, but he always fell for it. So I felt like that was super important for me to put in the shoe. So I lasered that into the insole as well. I also lasered Nissan. So watching these animes as a kid, I was always watching them in sub. I never watched Naruto in dub. So watching it in sub, one word I always knew was Nissan because Sasuke is always talking about his brother. So I was just like, oh, Nissan means older brother. So I lasered that in here just to show the importance between the two characters. And then in the right shoe, I didn't want to leave that blank, so what I did is I googled up the definition for older brothers, and that was Onisan. So I put Onisan and I put my older brothers because I have that same bond with my brothers. The good vibes he had with his brother. I have that good vibe with my brother. My family means a lot to me, so I just made sure I honor them in this shoe. So you have Onisan, you have Ryan, Kevin, and Tommy. So I felt like that was just important for me to label up in this shoe as well. So that was pretty much it. The whole idea, all the jutsus, the colorways, and everything that really went into this shoe. Like I said, the colorway is supposed to represent like his outfit through Naruto Shippuden, and the colors are just supposed to represent the jutsus that he used. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. Just let me know how you feel about the shoe. And yeah, like, I really feel upset about what happened with the whole Sharpie right here, but like I said, it could have been a lot worse, but I'm glad it was just that, and I ain't even really tripping about it because I'm just still so happy to actually have this shoe after 9 months, and I really love how this air came at the back, man. This is just a beautiful touch. So I'm gonna just leave it with that. Peace, love, positivity as always, and I'll definitely catch you guys on the next video. Till then, I'm out. Later, guys.